Our latest case study client, her result will be revealed in this part 4 video. If you've missed the previous 3 parts to her analysis, I highly recommend you go to part 1 and follow along from there. It's posted in my content because spoiler alert, her result will be revealed in this video. Just like the other videos in this case study series of other clients, I have yet to see an argument in the comments about the result for each step arrived at. There's nobody who has argued that this person leans cool, and there's nobody to date that now has argued that this person leans spring. Because we are all using the correct colors to test with at each step, and we're all looking at the same color analysis checks. My case study series content is all part of my Be ColourWise series umbrella to show you that in accredited systems with objective checks and very specific colors used at each step, we all arrive at the same result. In yesterday's post, I shared with you one large content producer had been posting out to her followers that accredited systems and credentials who operate in that systems who don't agree with her results are wrong. And after posting that video, I found out she has now posted out to her large audience that she uses her own self-taught method, which is totally cool. Accredited systems aren't about gatekeeping or old school. They're actually proven systems that have been used on millions of clients globally for decades and have evolved for decades so that we are all doing the same checks and balances. This morning on my Instagram, I've put out a request to all color analysis content creators who are using a unique or self-taught method to them to share that with their audiences and people they're offering the services to, because that will explain why differing results occur. I believe in the 80s, when color analysis fizzled away, too many people jumped in who had independent or self-taught methods, and people were getting different results all over the place, and that's why color analysis fizzled away. By being transparent that you use a self-taught or independent method, it's helping the industry as a whole. This isn't about gatekeeping. It's about being transparent and clear in the name of professional ethics and integrity, so that content viewers and color analysis content consumers can make informed decisions and understand why there's differing opinions. I hope people watching this will join me and share this request and ask this of people who are operating in their own independent method. Totally cool to be doing that, but be transparent about it. There's knowledge gained by attending accredited programs that isn't available on the internet, and there's invaluable client practical experience gained where teachers oversee your results given so that your results are consistent with the method you've been trained in. Understand that's a time and financial investment, but it does pay off. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into this client's color analysis result. Her result is warm autumn, which is the palette between autumn and spring. So here's a look at true autumn on the left again. And I'm not going to talk about muted in this video because I think the muted palette was obvious to rule out. There was nobody in the comments going, yay, muted. Like everybody was either true autumn or warm. What's happening over here? Her jawline's more lifted. Her skin is more bright, smooth, and even. She goes shadowed here. It's heavy at the jawline. The color's swallowing her up. Many of you focus a lot on the focus and balance checks and ignore like looking at the details in skin and jawline. Power to eyes. Here you see the eyes first, everything else second. Here your eye wanders. So if you find yourself focusing so much on the focus and balance check, I would start moving over to focusing more on the skin, eye, jawline checks. Because too much emphasis on the focus and balance check, you could be giving out results that add, say, pastiness to somebody's skin. It's about looking at all the checks combined. I'm jumping to probably a more obvious one to me. Here, her jawline's heavy, her skin looks quite shadowed, patchy, jawline's lifted here. Perhaps again, take a step back. Does she look more youthful over here? Picture her standing in front of a room, hold the phone back. You're more inclined to focus on her eyes here and everything else second, whereas here, it's cutting her off at the jawline. It's very distracting, this color, and her skin goes again blotchy. It's not energized over here. Her jawline is also wider over here. True Autumn, warm here, lifted jawline, more smooth, bright, even skin, eyes first, everything else second. True Autumn, warm, lifted jawline, eyes first, everything else second, bright, energized skin. She looks more youthful. Over here, heavy at jawline, wider jawline. This isn't a wow, her face looks a bit bloated too. Look at how stunning this green is close up. This is one of my favorites for people who get a true warm, warm spring, or warm autumn result. This color is absolutely stunning on her as well. In comparison to this color close up, it's a bit heavy, it's draining, versus energized and more youthful, vibrant harmony. Here's this one close up, heavy at jawline. It's okay, like we're looking at the best of the best here, versus here, this is the wow. Here she is with the warm flag on her with her hair uncovered. Here's the warm flag with her hair covered. We didn't get into a hair color conversation because just like our last case study series client, she doesn't want to color her hair, and I don't bother. Like, I'm not into people doing something that doesn't feel in harmony with them. I will also say that she loves these colors. She has always gravitated to the warm autumn palette colors, which is fantastic. The warm palette colors are recommended for her to wear head to toe. In terms of metallics, here is the autumn metallic, like an antique gold, brass. And here is the spring metallic, like a champagne type, light bright yellow gold. So this is the palette between those two, but she leans autumn. So if she only wanted to wear one metallic, I would be recommending something that sat between the deep and the light metallic here. I don't have a middle reference. She could also branch out into the autumn because she leaned autumn. Many people go, I'm a warm autumn, can I wear true autumn colors? Sure, you can wear whatever you like, but the warm palette colors were the best. And so I would suggest sticking to your warm reference. A shift to the true autumn palette changes the value and intensity. These colors are slightly brighter and lighter than the true autumn family. I hope you will join me in giving a big thank you to our latest case study series client for participating and assisting you develop your color analysis eyes. Here is a quick preview of our next case study series client. Have a great day.